category of website. Present you this ribbon to wear with pride and distinguish. And we selected some of the merits of your website was that it's exciting and very easy to navigate, and it's all about tourism.
Well, thank you, Francis. We can only go down from here. By the way, John, you sure you didn't make a mistake having me right before lunch?
Not at all.
Are you trying to?
I got this little card right over
You
here.
know, that doesn't mean anything.
Well, if we just gotta get all up and walk out, you know, we're probably over.
I would just like to very quickly recap here. First of all, we're having our third best winter ever in Valley County. We had our fourth best summer, and considering that summer didn't start until mid-July last year, I think that's quite an accomplishment. The thing to remember is, we're not only replacing heads and beds, we're replacing construction worker heads and beds with tourists. So our gain is more significant than if we were just replacing beds for beds. So I'm very proud of the success that we've had. I attribute it very simply that we're working very well together. We're involved with SWITA. My marketing director, Jared Montag, is on the marketing committee there. They have been very generous at supporting our golf trade shows, our alpine skiing trade shows, our snowmobile trade shows, regional approach on snowmobiling, and also familiarization tours. So that's been a big help. When I came here 5 years ago, I don't know if it was you, John, or somebody else who was asked me, they said, why should we support you when your own lot tax commission won't support you? Which was a very good question, because at that time they weren't. I'm happy to report that our lot committee, as providing the lot gets refunded, is very much supportive of us. The chair of the lot committee came to me and said that I want a commitment from you to help raise $15,000, and the city will match that with lot funds. And he said, I'll lead the effort. So no matter what happens there, we also have a agreement with the major hotel properties, Brundage Mountain, and some of our smaller players, that if the lot goes away, we're going to do the same thing, only going to do it without tax dollars. We're just going to write checks. So I'm very excited about that kind of support we've been able to develop. We've also reached out to our surrounding communities, Cascade and Donnelly, to Kelly's Whitewater Park and Cascade. We've offered to help them with their grant, make it part of our grant, doing whatever we can. Reached out to the Valley County Convention Visitors Bureau to try to work together to create more success in the area. Other than loading a gun and going out and sticking it in their head, I've done everything else that I can do to get them on board. Most of them have been very receptive to it. If what they're currently doing doesn't work out, they're more than happy to come to work with us. I'll continue in those efforts, and hopefully we can have some success getting them on board with us, or at least working closer together. Bottom line is, for Cascade and Donnelly, our focus is driving traffic on Highway 55. It's pretty hard for them not to benefit from that, since they have to go through Donnelly and Cascade before they get to us. So even though we're probably not working as closely together as I'd like, they're still benefiting from it. That being said, as I said, I think we're going in the right direction. We're getting more people on board. We're working together. Very excited about that. I also brought Mackenzie McDonald with us. Mackenzie has worked with us on the Winter Carnival, which was a huge success last year. I got an email from one of our biggest hoteliers in town, Bob Hunt, who owns 3 properties there. He said, I don't know what you guys did, but you filled all my rooms both weekends in Winter Carnival. It's the first time it's ever happened, and I give all the credit to Mackenzie for the job she did with that. You'll notice on our grant, we're also looking at doing some additional events, because they do generate heads and beds, and Mackenzie will be working on those also. So with that, I did want to say one thing. If you'll notice, we increased substantially the amount that we've asked for in our grant this year. The reason for that, and I hope it doesn't happen, but I believe in being prepared if for some reason auditorium district does not get fixed, and the Boise Convention and Visitor Bureau becomes a non-entity, I wanted to make a point to you that we at McCall are in a position to take additional funding and use it properly. I've done this in a modular fashion, so no matter where you decide to draw the line, we simply are expanding our area of influence, starting with the Treasure Valley, Lewiston, Spokane, and the Tri-Cities. Each of those is independent. If you'll notice in my grant that they sent these spreadsheets along, each one of them is separate budgets. So we can go anywhere that you'd like to go there. Again, I just want to mention about the special events. We did put in for some money, for seed money for a special event. We've had success with that. I've got a lot of confidence in Mackenzie, and we really see that as a big part of bringing additional people to the area, to McCall. Any questions?
So now we're calling Rick the Vulture.
Call me anything, just give me the money.
Any questions for Rick? Rick, I would say, one thing that I would just, I guess, like to comment on in regards to the partnership that's started with Swift, we're really excited there. One thing that I really like in here is how we've, kind of break up that trade show thing and attendance and those things. You know, those were things that we had both groups going to all shows and decided they're representing and sit down and kind of decide kind of between our, really kind of our two regional pieces, even though we've got one regional, which show we were going to attend and represent the whole region and which show they were going to attend. Obviously, it's been a big plus for us, and I would certainly encourage others in your region for appropriate to do so, to kind of take a look at that scenario that we work out, you know. Really
Yes, it's worked out very well. God, I hope we can get Cascade and Conley more involved also.
And he did also reference the Howard County Convention and Visitors Bureau, which is not making presentation today, that we come out, they're requesting, but that's another one where that is in the region as well.
And as I said, John, we reached out to them also.
Just a quick comment. I sure like your comment about the events you have and creating events and putting events on the field.
We've had some success with it. We're looking at expanding that as quickly as we can. We don't want to take off too much. But we've got people excited now. They see success and they say, God, I want to be part of that. So I've got people now coming to me and saying, what do you think about doing this? So it's really starting to gather some momentum, which is, you know, without grassroots, doesn't happen.
Great.
Thank you.
Very much.
And Karen didn't have to use her book.